Hey guys, Lunatic here again. As you can see, this is my now level 62 Templar. I've made it all the way into Act 3 in Merciless and have been farming ducks to get to this level. I have excellent news as far as the build goes, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. Alright, so gear-wise, for starters, I got a fairly decent thicket bow. For around 1.5 GCP. What else? I think this is new as well. I got this for 1 GCP. I'm finally managed to equip these. I haven't even tried them out yet. I just equipped them. You can see I just reached level 62 as well. Also, I'm now running a 5 link, finally. With it, I have linked Frenzy, faster attacks, added lightning damage, critical strikes because the color of the sockets isn't really ideal, and weapon elemental damage. That's for single target. Linked in the bow, I have rain of arrows, weapon elemental damage, conk effect, quality 1. I bought that as well for 1 GCP, and faster attacks. And the only reason I was able to do this is... oh, hold on. Yeah, these two are new as well. They're from a different character I made, a cleaver as well. And they're much better than the ones I was using before. The only reason I was able to do this is... I got some pretty insane RNG drops. I can tell you, I made around... if you count the items for what they're worth, I probably made around 3 exalted or something like that. These last couple of days, no, wait, these last 3 days or so, I got a what was it? This dropped, quality anger. I got what is it? Oh yeah. An 18% quality explosive arrow drop, an 18% raised zombie drop, and I got as well this rain of arrows drop. It's a quality plus 11 drop, which is super useful for me. I also got a quality lightning arrow drop, which is super useful for me as well. And if that wasn't nuts enough, I also got a quality cleave drop. So as you can see, that was some pretty insane shit. That coupled with I got 2 GCPs dropped, you know, just raw, and over 10 chaos orbs dropped as well. I've invested some already. It was some crazy stuff. So although I got really crappy gear dropped from mobs, it was pretty insane. So that's why this is all random here. I'm trying to sell stuff, you know, to save up for the late game. Ideally, I'd want to buy a Lion Eyes. Speaking about bows, as you can see, I am running with bows now, as I promised I would. I do have slightly less DPS with it than I would on a full cleave build, but it's so much safer. As you can see, also my life went up by like 1,000 or so with the addition of this item, which gives chaos resist, etc. It's an amazing item, by the way, for this build. With the addition of this, that has plus 75 life, and with the addition of all these health nodes. I went down, got this, and this thing is amazing. What else did I get? I got nothing else, I think. Nope, haven't gone down yet. Next 2 points will be these, and then left through here into acceleration, getting these nodes. And I decided, instead of going here, reduced mana reservation, I will be going here to get more life, because this build doesn't benefit from running anything else other than purity extra from what I'm running at the moment. So I can get that with good gear and don't need to spec 4 points in it. So let's see how the build does. What's different now? What's, you know, what's new? I am running 5 auras, so 1 is missing, and that would be discipline. Why am I missing discipline? That's not good. Discipline. Oh yeah, I think I didn't even mention, I also got multi-strike drop, which at the moment is worth 4 to 5 GCP, so that alone, you know, it's just crazy. Absolutely retarded. Right now, my frenzy DPS is at 2k 900, so almost 3k. My something is missing here. Oh yeah, right. My Rain of Arrows DPS is at 3.2k, but this counts in the fact that I have 76% chance to hit. So this is only 3/4 of my real DPS, because Rain of Arrows never misses. That's what's insane about this skill. So in truth, this is well over 4,000 DPS. So that's one thing. Now the other thing is, I can swap. Simply click one key and I can swap to Cleave, which is doing like 3.8k DPS on a 3 link, which is insane. This with Conk Effect? This thing with Conk Effect would do well over 5k damage. I haven't even tested it, but I am pretty sure. The thing is, I don't have the links for it. What else? But I don't even use this. This is too low for me. This is way too low. It's melee and doing less than Rain of Arrows? No way. I swap because of Dual Strike. Dual Strike on a 3 link with faster attacks and weapon elemental damage is dealing over 5,400 DPS with the, well, not the crappiest of gear, but with gear that altogether isn't even worth one exalted. So that's something to keep in mind. It's pretty retarded, really. The one thing I do miss is elemental proliferation, because it's so much fun and so much utility in team fights. So but you know, it compensates, because being able to shoot from a range to me is extremely important. So one thing is mana though. Because I'm now using ranged skills, which cost a lot more mana. Hold on, I don't need this. I actually need to use pots if I plan on going like full spam mode all day long. You know, after a while. There. What? Shot. Yeah. But I solved this with a instant pot, or a half instant pot actually. Come on. Give me a sec. Right. Because this way it's also useful for immediate situations. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, basically it's when I swapped to bows, I was like so hyped. It's a huge change when you can sit like back, especially when fighting in groups. You can have someone tank for you and be like, oh yeah, great, yeah. For example, it's insane to kill necromancers with this, because you don't even need to get close to him, and you can basically avoid all the damage you take from tanking ads forever until you actually get to kill him, because you can kill him from a range now. You don't need to maneuver all around the battlefield to get close to him. So overall, it's an insane upgrade. From this point onwards, even with as low of a life pool as I have at the moment, because shit is actually dying much earlier, you don't need to worry, so you shouldn't be dying. Well, unless of course you do stupid mistakes like I do. What else? You can dodge stuff with the high movement speed you should be getting from your boots. That's also something to keep in mind, especially if you are if you don't have much life on your gear. It can be sometimes hard to find life on gear. Oh, oh. I think my resists aren't capped at the moment. Hold on, let me see. No, well, fire is, lightning and cold are kinda low. I am still missing one big elemental node though, which is this one, plus 10 to all elemental resists. I did take this so that instead of costing 50, no, instead of costing like 46 mana, it only costs 42. And same thing for Frenzy. I think before this cost like 54 or so mana. I didn't take this yet because I wanted to finish this life circle and get Assassination. Next thing I will do is get these two, then these two, probably that one at that point for the mana regen, and then go circle as I said before. Something is hitting me? Right. Now, this concludes the, my series of videos about this build. I hope you see it's viable enough for you. I didn't show two things though. One is ice shots. You should be using a ice shot totem. At the moment I have it linked to lightning arrow because I didn't even bother to make a ranger and level it to 5 to get the ice shot skill. I don't have any, even though I have a full tab with skills. But with that you actually are much more defensive because you can chill stuff from afar. Another thing is I didn't show lightning arrow on the build. That's mostly because I only got the links for it on a level 71, and I don't want to level this character to 71 just yet. Or at least I want to get these videos out before I do that. So you won't be seeing that as soon. So what you would do is you would get lightning arrow here with LMP. Oh, not this. Then you would get a chain link, and ideally, if you had the links for it, which can be hard to find on evasion ES gear. I don't know if you should. No, yeah, it can be hard because at least on a cardinal armor, the main color of sockets is blue because. Give me a second. If you compare, it has 88 dexterity to 122 intelligence. That means even though green sockets will be very common, it's on a ratio to 3 of 5 will be blue and 2 of 5 will be green on average. So it can be hard to get 3 greens because that is technically 1 off color in a sense, and then another 2 off colors being red. So I've had plenty of times when I had 2 greens and 2 reds, and then 1 blue or something like that. Or even I've even had 3 reds, 2 green, which I was like, oh man, I've been looking for something similar for so long, and you get me this shit. So it can be hard. What I settled with was 4 greens and 1 red, because instead of going life gain on hit with weapon elemental damage, which would be the best option, like this I can go with faster attacks, which has more DPS. But you know, it's not as good because you lose so much survivability with it. it's not even worth getting the, plus 1000 DPS or whatever. But, you can't always get what you want. I don't really have many chromatics to use on it, and I wouldn't want to, in the end, just screw this chest worse. I don't want to go through the risk of doing that. So, hold on. Alright, that's what it is. This is what it would look like. Making it, an extremely potent build, because with this, the main problem I had with Rain of Arrows was that I couldn't off-screen. Being slightly squishy, it really helps to off-screen. I had to off-screen with Frenzy, which is like the worst thing you can do. So with this, you can off-screen much more effectively, and overall your DPS is also bigger. And in those scenarios where stuff isn't balled up, but rather along a line, in front of you, it's actually better than lightning arrows. Than Rain of Arrows. On the other hand, it's worse than when they're all balled up or in really tight spots. So it has its pros and cons. The also another significant con is that unless you have a Lion Eyes, which is pretty expensive, you kinda miss. So that's not good. Speaking of Lion Eyes and bows, you can do the link on a bow, which has a much higher chance of getting a correct color scheme. I guess you can say that. But the thing is, you need damage on your bow, so getting a 5-linked or even 6-linked bow with the right damage is going to be really expensive. Right, so that's it for the build, guys. I hope you guys tried it out. I won't be continuing with the build. I think I grow really tired of builds, even though I swap in the middle of a fight, which is something pretty new to Path of Exile. Oh well, that's actually not bad if I was leveling a character. It just I just get tired of it. So, see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed it and have a fun time.